Hi traders, and welcome to the episode in which I show you how to download and correctly install the indicators of which you may have just purchased onto your MT4 terminal. I'm going to show you where to find them, where to download them, and also how to install them. Before I actually get started, just to show you, we do have the risk warning to cover, which is essentially to stress that this presentation is provided for information purposes only and therefore should not be regarded as financial product advice. I'm not going to be showing any backtesting or any strategy development in this episode, but nevertheless it is also important to understand that simulated results do not represent actual trading. Okay, let's get stuck in and let me show you how to download and install the indicators. What I'm going to do for yourself, and by the way, my name's Matt Shirtcliffe. I'm one of the senior traders here on the TradeView desk, and I'm looking forward to showing you how to install these indicators. Okay, let's bring up the TradeView member portal. I'm going to find the dashboard. So this is the screen you'll find when you initially log in. From here, of course, you need to hover over trader development, hover over one-day courses, and then you can go ahead and click on the ones which you've purchased. Let's start off with the Breakout Strategy for those who have purchased the Breakout Strategy. The indicator is found by clicking here. You can see it says please click here to download the indicator. So that's what we're going to do. I'm using Google Chrome here. So what it's going to do is going to download the indicator here at the bottom. Using this arrow, I can then show in folder. So this is now going to show me the indicator where it's downloaded to. I've created a folder inside my downloads called indicators. Once you see this screen and you see the TVI breakout in front of you, you can right click, press copy, and then we need to pull up our MT4 terminal. I'm going to do that here. Also encourage you to be able to log in to a demo account first, so you can try this indicator out on your demo accounts to make sure you can fully understand how it works. Now that we've copied the indicator, we go on File, Open Data Folder, which is both in the top left, and then you'll get this screen which pops out for you. Here we need to double click on MQL4, we need to double click on Indicators, we right click in some of the white space which is there, and then click Paste. Let's just make sure it's available inside here. We can see TVI Breakout. That's the one we've just downloaded and installed. Now I can close this. Let's just double check to make sure it's been installed correctly. We can see here by clicking on the navigator at the top, it opens this box for us. Once we right click on Indicators, let's hit refresh. Now you can see the TVI Breakout has just appeared for us. To be able to use the indicator onto your charts, you simply need to drag it onto your desired chart. I've got the Australian dollar on the H1. Once it's been dragged onto your chart, press OK, and we can already see we've actually got some breakouts confirmed. In fact, there's a very good example right here of the breakout on the previous H1 bar, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, we are on the Australian dollar here, which has been on the downfall recently. So this is how you need to be able to install and utilize the breakout indicator. The boxes here show when the breakout occurs, and the lines will show you the consolidated period of which the market is in a relatively tight range. If you right click on the breakout indicator and click on inputs, you can change the look back, which is how many bars the indicator is looking back to reference that range. You can also change the ATR multiplier and the ATR period. If you want a tighter range, you might want to look at a tighter ATR multiplier and also a tighter ATR period. This is something you can edit and test yourselves. Okay, now we've been able to successfully install the breakout indicator. Let's go back to TradeView's website and let's install one of the other indicators. We should know by now, we hover over trader development, back to one-day courses, and now let's choose the Harmonic Pattern trading indicator. Exactly the same process. We click here to download the indicator. We need to find it in our folder. Right click, copy, MT4 terminal, File, Open Data folder, MQL4, Indicators, right click, paste. Now we can see the TVI Harmonics indicator is in the Indicators folder. Now we can close this down. Alright, now let's double check by right clicking Indicators, hit refresh, and we can see TVI Harmonics is there for us. Let's open up a chart in which we can install the Harmonics indicator onto. I'm going to choose silver. Let's keep that page open. Okay, so now we need to check the Harmonics indicator. There's something else we need to do for this indicator, which is going into Tools, going into Options, and then what we need to do, we need to allow tick, and we need to make sure tick is on Allow DLL Imports for this indicator. Make sure that box is ticked by going to Tools, Expert Advisors, tick Allow DLL Imports. Press OK. Now we can drag the TVI Harmonics indicator onto the chart. Let's double check to make sure Allow DLL Imports is ticked here, which it is. If it's not, make sure this box is ticked for this indicator. We've got all the variables in here which you can edit, and now let's press OK. Now on the H1 there's been no patterns found. Don't worry if that's the case, there's just no harmonic pattern setups at this moment. Let's go to a higher time frame. Let's even try the weekly. Oh, okay. Now we can see we've got a pattern on the weekly on silver. So it's automatically picked up the harmonic pattern on the silver time frame of weekly. So even though we couldn't find it when it was scanned on the H4, H1, M30, M15, M5, M1, once M1 we've got one. That's pretty cool. So you can see it's scanning automatically for the setup. If we go back to weekly, it's also done the same. So it will automatically scan for the pattern, and if there is one, great, it will find it and it will draw it on your charts for you like this. And that's how to install the Harmonics indicator. Let's move on to the third and final indicator by going back to TradeView's website. Trader Development, 1-day courses, Kevin Davies' 5 favorite entries. Once we've got this page, rinse and repeat. Please click here to download the indicator. We download the indicator. We find it in the folder. We right click, copy, back to MT4, MQL4, not experts, indicators, paste. Now it's in the correct folder. All we need to do is make sure we refresh on indicators, and now we can see TVI entries. That's the Kevin Davies 5 favorite entries indicator. Let's pull up a different market this time. Let's go with the pound. Okay, now all we need to do is drag this indicator onto the pound chart. We're on the H1. With this indicator, you've got 5 different entry techniques. They can be found by going on inputs. Once you're on inputs, the entry technique is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Highs and lows, moving average crossover, 4-bar pattern reversal, closing prices higher or lower, and ADX indicator trend. With these 5, you can now understand which type of signal is your preference and do some testing. You can also edit the bars ago, which will be useful for the higher highs one. You can edit the short period and long period MA, which is useful for the MA crossover, and you can also edit the ADX period, which will be absolutely fantastic for the ADX indicates trend. Let's just try the highs and lows are higher and lower and press OK. Now we can see the indicator has successfully been installed because the candles and the bars have been coloured in red and blue. The red indicates there's a potential downtrend, and as soon as you see a red bar, that could be a time in which you wish to enter. Now, when the bars change to blue, that's potentially an uptrend. What you can do, you can then literally just choose your preference, go back to indicators list, TVI entries, and let's just say we want to choose the closing prices higher and lower. Press OK, and now we can see that's made a difference with some of the candles. Don't forget the pound has been getting hammered, so that red is probably not going to change no matter what indicator or you change or what entry you change. Okay, and that is how to install successfully Kevin Davies 5 favorite entries indicator. Hopefully all of you have been able to purchase and receive all 3 of these indicators. I would definitely encourage everyone to do so because they are fantastic and we can utilize them in our trading. Do some testing on your demo accounts, make sure you understand them, and I encourage everyone to have a go at building them into an automated system inside EA Lab. If anyone hasn't got that already, you can absolutely feel free to contact myself. I'll leave my contact details here for everyone. You can get me on Skype or you can send me an email if anyone has any troubles getting the indicators onto their platforms even after watching this video. Not a problem, we're here to help and we're happy to be able to look after you. So please do send me an email or call into the trading floor on the number provided there. Thanks to everyone for watching the indicator installation video, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.